Welcome, everybody, to Thundering Einherjar, episode 19. My name is Sam Letter. I'll be your GM, and I have some players.
I am Jägermeister, playing as Denver Wright.
I am Zerger, playing as Geralt Kenshin, the space Viking with a vengeance.
Hi, I'm Suda, playing as Javon Horn, the cutest and still Caleb's favorite.
Don't hear you, Hedge.
See the light, don't actually hear any words.
Is that better?
Yes.
Now we hear you.
All right, I am Hedgemondler, playing as Caleb Archer, who is pretty sure that what you think is yours is actually his.
And I'm Isburn, playing as Marina Haffa.
All right. So you guys are currently on the Daedalus. You're 18-ish hours after having returned from one Rosselhog system. And you have just finished a meeting with Alexandra about the future of one memory core plugged into its system. What are you guys up to next? I should remind Caleb that he got a very disturbing message just before jumping to the Rosselhog system.
What was the contents of that message?
There was a murder amongst of a new Aztec. NPCs. One Andrian Omdal.
All right, well, I think probably the thing to do at this point would be to ping the home base and see what news Stanislav has for us.
Okay. It is a 16-minute round robin, so about half an hour later you get a message back from Stanislav. Police have taken the body and have sealed the room. No clear evidence yet as to motive or thing. Murder weapon is missing. Was not recovered with the body. And it is their bunk is like they were murdered in the common bunk room for some of the Aztecs that you guys have set up there. Nobody has admitted to the police about like seeing the murder or anything.
So that sounds like a lot of dead ends. Well, that's just peachy.
All right, we are.
Well, folks, I think it's decision time. Are we going to head back and plan our next moves, or are we going to stick here and go? There's only so much we can do without some more mechs.
Geralt still bruised, bloodied, and struggling to focus. I think we should get some R&R list, of not for me, but for Mirena, and yeah. Can I go pass out now?
Dismissed.
Geralt will stumble off to find bed rest.
I think we'll send a message back to Stanislav, letting him know that we'll plan to leave in about another day or so, and so that will put us back on planet in about a week, I believe.
Yeah, it's 4 days from the jump points you guys are at to planet. So it'd be
So
5
a little
days.
under a week.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do skip time 1. You guys, Denver, because he's the pilot, and anybody else who's going, take the recently renamed gonna get this wrong a lot. Nope, that's the wrong one. Sleipnir, down to planet, single G burn, not too hard. Dr. Sue has declared that Morena must remain aboard the, again, recently renamed Bifrost, until she is more capable. She has been in a medically induced coma since you guys got back. So she's still got another week before she can handle any sort of like G-force. So, who all's going down planet?
Caleb is.
That'll be an affirmative.
All right. So you guys all head down, land at the spaceport. We're still, the grounds are starting to be prepared. Out. Go to the right map. Let's go to the New Bergen page here. Let's bring the players there. All right. So the grounds are still being prepared around Voxadal. And technically they have a spaceport, but it ain't built for overlords. So you ground the overlord back at Radal, which still has the majority of the Thundering Einherjar. And as you guys disembark, Stanislav and floaty guy whose name's
Agamemnon.
Thank you. Stanislav and Agamemnon are basically there waiting for you to disembark.
Geralt will offhandedly comment to Agamemnon. This thing needs to be restocked with primo coffee.
Is Agamemnon a local or is he from off planet? I forget. I think he's from off planet.
I think he got picked up on Galatea.
Yeah. So he nods at you. So local stuff then, sir?
Yeah, at least some. I prefer the local stuff. I know Concurrent likes the space stuff.
Quick nod. And Stanislav looks at you all and goes, can we walk and talk?
Sounds good. It's nice to have some solid ground under me again.
Yeah, I do not like spending time in space. Much prefer planets. So, Agamemnon hovers just enough behind you, Caleb, to be annoying, but not far enough behind you that it's like socially obvious that he is not following directly beside you. And he digs out a data pad and goes, so we are going to plan on the first crew of replacement troops should be showing up in the next week or two, or at least showing up in system next week or two. Sounds like there's some big news on the fronts. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but some timelines may have gotten moved up a little bit, sir. So we may get some of our new recruits in before expectations. Means we got to start paying them earlier, but you know, I think that's probably a good thing either way.
You talking about house deserters or mercenaries? What are we looking at?
Well, most of them are mercs, but we put the word out for aerospace aero jocks and mech warriors a while back. So we're getting some pretty good responses. I've just been hearing that there's big news, there's big stuff coming on the front, but I'm not sure what. Maybe get some faster. I don't know. Seems like it.
As long as it doesn't cause trouble here, it doesn't matter too much to me. We have our eyes in a different direction. We'll have to talk about it a little bit once we're in a little bit more secure location.
He nods. You get the impression. Okay, so Stanislav is here beside you, and like you guys are out in an open drop port, pretty far away from everything. You're under the impression that Stanislav wanted to have a conversation here because there are fewer prying ears, which is why he's walking relatively slowly.
All right, Stan, spit it out. I can see it hovering all around you.
So we got some more news from the police about the murder. It's a little professional hit on them, but no idea why somebody would put professional hit out on a 19-year-old gal who just finished tech school.
Are you figuring it's Dest?
Good bet. Could be. We did find some family relations. You're not going to want to hear it, though, I don't think.
Oh, I already don't want to hear this. But
So, this would be. She was second niece. Second. Call her niece of one Lars Hermansen.
oh, good grief!
So, as far as we know, he's still in jail, and nobody has told him about it. But it's the only thing we can think of. Somebody has issues with that family, maybe?
Well, they were very vehemently anti them. So, yeah.
I don't know. I heard you had issues up in space as well.
Yeah, we had a hitchhiker who was under a false name and gave us a little bit of a surprise. Let's just put it that way. We had to do some repairs to the bridge.
That's disturbing. How much damage did they manage to do that you had to repair that ship?
You know, it's amazing what an RPG will do.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'll get you more information. Did you want to see the scene? We've had to open up a new wing for our Aztecs because we can no longer use that room.
Yeah, let's see it. Then we can figure out how to repurpose it.
He nods. All right. I think you're done, Aggie. And Agamemnon nods and goes, yeah, I'll get people started as soon as they start showing up at system. He floats off.
Don't forget the coffee.
I have it on my data pad. All right. So you guys head over to the it's probably 4-person room. Looks like pretty standard Aztec fare. You know, 2 sets of bunk beds with foot lockers underneath them. Sink, like cabinet for each person. Not exactly military grade, but definitely one step below like college dorm room grade. And on one of the bottom bunks is a large stain of red, and there is a set of police tape across the doorway that Stanislav just ignores and moves into the room. Since this happened on our watch, the police have said we're okay to be in here. They got all the evidence they want.
How thorough did they check this place?
There were 3 detectives, I think. I don't know police very well. Thoroughly enough for police, at least. Alright, so you guys are inside of one room. What you looking for and how you looking for it?
I'm gonna go out on a half limb. Given that the database that technically can hack things through solid cover, like through walls or stuff, I'll try to wave it about to see if I can find hidden technology in the room. Like if someone made a
Using it as like a frequency scanner sort of thing?
yeah, like checking around, see if it tries to connect to things when I'm sweeping the walls to see if anyone made like a hidden cubby and hid some sort of electronic device in there.
Alright, program plus intelligence.
An 8.
You get a whole lot of, like, it keeps trying to connect to the Wi-Fi on base. You're like, no, not the Wi-Fi. But yeah, no. Nothing out of the ordinary.
That's what I'm using the next 10 minutes doing.
Do we know what weapon was used?
Something sharp. Knife, sword. It wasn't a vibroblade because the wound was not cauterized, so it was fairly decently sized knife, like a big kitchen knife, a slicer, or a Bowie knife, or similar. You don't have... I guess you could get access to the body if you ask, but the body isn't here to look at.
Am I wrong, or is that just a little too messy for best?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Well, desperate people, desperate measures. They could possibly just want to do as much damage as possible because they aren't getting off of here.
But why? Okay, so say the Death Trooper is desperate. Why is this person in this room? Do you think they discovered them?
That would typically be a good reason to kill someone, but this doesn't. Why on the bed? It seems unlikely that they were stumbled upon or discovered something that way.
Hold on 1 second. What was the name of the Aztec tech person on the ship that got split apart?
My brain refuses to come up with the first name, but the last name was Hermanson.
Yeah, Geralt is asking that out loud and furiously going to his pad and looking for it. And he goes, Hermanson.
So this would be another close relation of one Lars Hermanson. So this would be like the person on the ship was a nephew. The person who was murdered here was if your brother's child has a child, I don't know what that counts as.
Grandniece.
Grandniece.
So, not a lucky name to have. It almost feels like a vendetta with maybe a little bit of incentive to use the dest on our ship as a tool.
Just hear me out. What if the Death Trooper is trying to infiltrate by using the Hermanson name, and she recognizes him as not, and that's why.
Seems possible.
Well, let's start with the obvious then. Do we have any other Hermansons on our payroll?
I will dig that up. Let me start. He digs out his data pad. You guys have what, 200-ish people on payroll at this point?
That sounds about right.
All right, so Stanislav is pretty okay with computers. Could I get somebody give me... Marina, you're not here. Give me 2d6 plus 2.
2d6 plus 2.
Rolling for Stanislav.
Average.
Yeah, an 8 is a middling success. It's not an amazing success, but it's a middling success. So Stanislav comes up with 6 people who are some level of relation in the Tech and Aztec pool to the Hermanson family. Mostly they came over when the rebel army became the leaders. A lot of the technical people left their army because mercenaries pay better. And, you know, generally more regularly. Or at least you guys have been. So, there were 6, there are now 4.
Seems like we ought to keep an eye on these at the very least. I don't know. Boy, it seems unlikely that any Death Trooper worth his salt would use the same trick twice of impersonation, but if it's somebody going after them, maybe we'll catch whoever it is in the act.
All right, we have some new MPs. We can try to have them. I do not trust our MPs. Do you know anybody who's good at following people? Caleb, give me a Connect plus Charisma, please.
All right.
6, you know a person who's good at following people.
Is his name Stanislav and standing right next to him?
Most likely.
Well, okay, you know one person who isn't Stanislav. Give them a name and put them on your sheet so we remember. They are I would call them an underworld contact.
All right. What do you use for name generator?
Behindthename.com. Here, let me put a link. Copy link. Copy link. Haha. There.
Be just a moment while I come up with something somewhat believable.
No problem. Stanislav looks at you. Looks like two people were on the spaceship. So just have 3 to follow here. We have about a month before we transfer over to Voxadal. So if somebody might try something between now and then, it's hard to know. Maybe they wait till we go to Voxadal.
Caleb, I'm gonna go try to rattle some contacts from the army days and see if I can figure out a contact for Outpost if you want to go that way.
Yeah, that's definitely something we want to get on sooner rather than later.
Yes, sir. And Geralt will just mosey on off, trying to find someone in the governmental body that could help Geralt get in touch with the outpost system
Okay.
and the relevant rebel government over there.
Okay, that's going to take a little bit of time, so we'll do a little bit of fast forwarding. Kyoko Sif. Oh, okay.
Kyoko.
It's Kyoko Sif. So there are 3 people on planet, and now I gotta load it up myself. Behind the name. Nope. Over here. So, Norwegian. 5. Gender, masculine. Generate a name. So, we have Mikkel, Mikkel, Torkel, and generate. And Emma Else. So, we have, hold on, NPCs, Mikkel. Shoot. I said a name and then didn't write it down. What was the second one I said?
What was the last one? I got 2 of them already in Roll20. I can just...
Emma Else. Mikkel Hermansen.
Those are the 2 first ones, at least.
Torkel, thank you. Aaron... And Torkel... Akelson. So we have Mikkel Hermansen, Torkel Akelson, Akselsen, and Emma Else. And they are varying. Emma Else is another niece. Torkel and Mikkel are further relations. So who would you like Kyoko to follow?
I think we'll send her after Mikkel.
Okay. Copy, actually, cut. All right. All right, so we're going to do another little bit of time skip. So you guys... You start trying to contact Outpost, Geralt. The police eventually close the investigation into Endrian's murder without any like solid conclusion. There is like you guys supplied all your like video feed and everything else. Strangely enough, there's no like video evidence, fingerprint evidence. This site was cleaned. Post murder, it's just a big bloody mess on the bed itself. And a month passes, unless you guys have anything else. To do between now and the end of December?
Recover.
Lots of tea.
Lots of tea. All right. Okay.
Try not to kill Agamemnon, you know.
He's making it challenging by being very helpful in kind of an annoying way. So it is just past Christmas, just before New Year's. In December of 3029. that one. Call it December 30th. It's a Wednesday. And you guys have all gone up in the... I'm gonna get this name wrong until I do it a lot.
Sleipnir?
The Sleipnir. Yep, you guys have all headed back up in the Sleipnir. Morena has been medically released from 0G confinement, essentially, and has you've been awake for about a week, Morena. Somebody like the first thing. Okay, let's handle this. The first thing you notice when you're waking back up is Sue kind of hovering over you, concerned looking, and you're lying face down on a medical cot. You don't have any memory past getting shot in the back by heavy machine gun fire from one fire starter.
So not the flamers.
You do not remember the flamers.
Oh boy. How bad do I feel?
You, personal experience, you know you are waking up from sedation and you are in pretty heavily... They got you on some good drugs. Like you can tell there's that mental fog. You're mostly clear-headed enough to think, but you definitely can tell that there is some pain being suppressed. And Sue kind of is hovering next to the bed, just in your eyesight, and goes, good morning. How do you feel?
What's the diagnosis?
Sorry, what was that?
What's the diagnosis? Kind of like, how bad is it?
You're gonna live, but she pulls out a hand mirror and like hands it over.
Try and grab it.
Yep.
Hold it to myself.
So the first thing you notice is as you look down your arm, the backside of your right arm has like some compress, like some burn compress, bandaging on it. And you hold up the mirror and look over your shoulder, and your back is covered in burn wound treatment.
That's gonna hurt for a while. How's Tai?
Tai, she's doing okay. She's I think she's gonna have some words with Caleb about risk taking and not wanting to be part of on foot being tracked by a fire starter anymore. But she's in better condition than you were.
Oh, that's good.
Come on, get up. She holds out her hand and kind of helps you up off the bed. Incredibly weak. The fact that you're in 0G is the only reason you're not like, or near 0G is the only reason you're not falling down to the floor.
I guess I'm gonna need some therapy.
Yeah. I think they're going to be coming up in the next week or so to take you back down to the planet. You're gonna need some, definitely therapy and time. Don't push yourself too hard.
Are you okay here alone with the techs or the med stuff?
I think talking to Agamemnon, they're planning on getting some more doctors hired.
That's good.
She nods. Yeah, 2 was probably enough when we just had the 2 companies, but we got too many people now. All right, and she helps you out and gets you into a room and starts you on some like movement therapy. And trusts you to self administer drugs because you have that ability.
Yep.
All right, so about a week after that, you guys all meet up with, or you get the call from Caleb et al. That they're bringing you back to planet, and to meet up with them at the docking ring.
While I can still train, I'll probably focus mostly on my feet and that I can stay up straight.
All right, so.
Right.
As you guys are disembarking from the Sleipnir, you see Morena floating her way, low G, not zero G, working her way toward you guys. She's wearing loose-fitting clothing, looking real burned up, like hair short, significantly shorter than it had been before, but moving what you think is fairly well.
I'll greet her. Hey, hot stuff.
Hey, how are you doing? Hope you're better than me. I am.
Well, we're glad to see you up and about.
What happened after we got shot by the fire starter? That's the only thing I can remember.
After you got shot by the fire starter, you got shot by the fire starter. By the flamers.
Great. That explains a lot, I guess.
Yeah. Good job surviving. That would have probably killed even me. I'm hard to kill.
Good job rescuing, keeping Tai out of the line of fire as well.
Yeah, that.
I heard she was doing quite okay. I don't think I saw her yet, right?
No, you haven't seen her, other than in passing, because she's spending time on the bridge a lot.
Okay, that means I have seen her at least there.
I
don't have to ask how she's doing.
No, give me 2d6 plus charisma, please. Charisma Connect.
Oh, that's probably worse, but Charisma connects.
Tai is not exactly not meeting your eyes, but you can tell that there's a hesitation there when you pass her by on the bridge.
Right. With my friends, what did you guys end up doing the past while I was out?
There was a murder at the base. We tried looking into, but didn't get anywhere. But I think we know who did it. Just a matter of trying to figure out if they're coming back.
Do you suspect another Death Trooper?
I'm not sure if I suspect another Death Trooper or the same Death Trooper we had on the ship. But yes, suspecting Death.
Timeline doesn't work for the Death Trooper on the ship. Because you guys were up in space for a couple weeks, and the person who had just been murdered.
Then I will amend my statement to say just yes, suspecting Death.
Yeah, so that I just wanted to make sure it was clear.
Right. Well, guess we better keep our eyes out then. I'm gonna have to rely mostly on you guys though, because I'm gonna need some training back to get myself back where I was.
Doc give you any timeline?
Not really. Mostly just I notice I need like a lot of therapy. As you can see, while I'm trying to move my legs, probably pretty like janky.
I've also been trying to get a hold of Outpost system, but I'm not sure how successful I've been in that. So.
You have tried several contacts. You keep getting back from Comstar that the contact you're trying is unavailable either because they're unable to be contacted or they're not responding to your inquiries. You haven't worked through the entire list of names you got yet, though. So about this time, Alexandra comes down and joins you guys. Oh, good. I was hoping to see you all here. Crap. Caleb, what's your rank again? Because I just forgot.
Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel. Well, she would just say Colonel. Any plans? Are we gonna leave the data? Shoot. Are we gonna leave the? I'm gonna have to get used to this. Bifrost at the jump point, or are we gonna move her in system?
For now, I want to keep her as plain vanilla as we can, so that'll mean leaving her at the jump point, I think.
All right. Good to know. I'm going to move her a little out of the center of the jump point. We got some increased... I've been seeing some increased ship activity coming in through the system, and you guys have seen this too. So it'd be good to make sure nobody gets too close to look at her.
I agree. We don't want to show our hand too soon.
All right. I'll maneuver at 0.2 G to put ourselves at the edge of the jump point. Should give us some standoff from anybody coming into the system.
And as a bonus, it makes you look like a worse pilot since you couldn't hit the center.
Well, or at least couldn't stay at the center. All right. Sounds like a plan. We're still doing repairs. We've mostly worked up the bridge deck. We've emptied out all the damaged ammo from the NAC 30 bay. We don't have any replacements. So, other than that, I think the crew's getting the feel for the ship at least.
Now we just need more of them. Speaking of which, Aggie was telling us that we might have some... the replacement's not quite right, but we might have more crews sooner than we expected.
That's good. Did he give you a sense, actually when people would start showing up, or just sooner than he expected?
It's hard to pin him down on anything, but it sounded like instead of 3 months, maybe a few weeks earlier, maybe 2.
Okay, that's good.
So, still 3 or 4 weeks out for sure.
All right. Well, I'll keep in contact with you, Colonel. If you need anything, I'm only a 16-minute phone call away.
Sounds good.
All right. About this time, Caleb, you get a ping on your phone as a text message.
I will pick it up and take a look.
All right. So it is your Kyoko. And it is a I guess voice message probably would be better than text message. So it goes, hey, Caleb, Sif here. I think I got a clue. Found somebody else stalking Mikkel. I'm gonna go track him down, see if I can figure out anything. I'll give you a ring back when you get back to planet, or I find out anything else.
Well, that's interesting. I wish you would have told me who, but I guess we'll find out later.
Actually, did they get an... No. I was going to say, did they actually get it? Did they actually figure out who? The answer is no, they did not. All right. You guys get back onto the Sleipnir, head back down to planet. And this is you guys are among the first to land at Voxadal, or the new Einherjar spaceport at Vox. How is that actually pronounced?
Vaxdal.
Vaxdal. Thank you. So, you guys you're heading back down to Vaxdal. Denver, your training. You have been training some other dropship pilots, so you're not the only one who can do this. And the person you're training, basically, this is their graduation ceremony. They take the Sleipnir out of system or off planet, all the way up to the Bifrost, and then all the way from the Bifrost back to planet and land at the new spaceport. All without you having to jump in and save the ship. It's a bit rough. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Apparently I can't roll above a 3. The landing is very rough. You think they put the person put a new dent into the very recently poured ferrocrete landing pad, but the ship is otherwise unharmed. And you guys can disembark onto a rapidly moving construction zone. You see buildings going up in the distance. The HQ building is recently finished and ready for people to start moving in. The mech hangars are almost ready for mechs.
Hey, Denver, you're training these guys, right?
I don't want to take credit for that.
I was going to say either they need more or they need a different teacher.
There's definitely a look of embarrassment going around the bridge crew at this point. Do better next time, sir.
Let's go check out the new digs.
Yeah, Geralt is heading straight for admin, wherever that is, to try more names.
All right. So
I'll probably ask Yvonne to guide me to the nearest rehab facility if there is any, or like medical center.
So there is stuff in the HQ. It's not a full hospital, but it's close.
It's better than nothing. And I can still brew you tea.
All right.
Thank you.
So you guys head off ship, head into the new HQ building. The place is like got that recently constructed, and all of the tradespeople have just left and nobody else has moved into it place, like feeling in it. There's a bunch of like half constructed furniture, some like cube farms that don't have any desks or chairs yet in the cubes. Kind of taking a
slight addendum to Geralt's things. He will take a pit stop at the server room to see if there has been implemented the old school connectors needed for the memory core.
So yeah, you guys head around. You do find that the thing has been set up for the Helm memory core. This place does not look nearly as secure as the one you stole it from, but I guess that's up to you guys to figure out how secure you end up want to make this. But otherwise, yeah, server room has the correct connections after having looked them over from the ones that were on Rosselhog.
Then after going through lists of names and sending through Comstar.
Right. You guys take a quick tour around. You get into the mech bays, like tour through the headquarters, and get in the mech bay. About the time Morena's starting to feel exhausted because drugs and not used to G's. Can I have everybody give me a notice plus wisdom, please?
Including me?
Yes. You're with them. Yvonne and Caleb. So as you guys are coming into the mech bay, off to one side of the room, kind of against the back, you see a large, like, shipping crate, I guess you'd call it, against one section of the room, and it's got like something that catches your eye. It seems out of place where it's at.
Boss, that box look wrong to you too?
Yeah. What's it doing there? I'll start walking that direction.
All right. You guys head over. It is a think somewhere between shipping crate and luggage. It is not designed to be used on pallets, like a pallet fork, but it's got like wheels on it, some handles that look like you could, if you get enough people on it, you could like lift it up, like a bunch of latches around the top holding down a lid. It's like black with silver metal like strapping on it. Pretty hefty duty wooden crate. Like you might see like at a concert, for a traveling band, like a concert. But it is kind of against one wall, and it has like a letter envelope with a letter in it attached to the side of it. With the name Lieutenant Colonel Caleb Archer.
What in the? I'll look at it to see if there's any sort of obvious trap or poisons or anything on it, and then I'll open it.
All right, so nothing on the letter. Could I get a? Let me open up your character sheet. Caleb. Would be notice plus intelligence. Nothing on the box. All right, so inside, so single sheet of paper. It is written in Japanese, but it's like somebody wrote it on a computer and then printed it out. I believe your character can read Japanese.
Yeah, from Valkyrie days.
Valkyrie days. It says, I found this and wanted to give it back to you.
Curiouser and curiouser. Are there obvious openings on the box to open it up?
Yeah, there are latches around the outside, like strap latches that hold down the lid. The lid could be like lifted off fully.
Sir, if there's a body or a dismembered head in here, I'm walking away.
Great. That's just the picture I needed. You know what? Why don't y'all take a couple steps back and let's see what happens. And I'll go ahead and wait for people to step back and then open the latches.
All right. There's no, like, they're not locked. So you pop them open, and about the time you like work your way around the thing, about the time you have about half of the thing unlocked, there's a of like air that comes out of this thing, and the smell is foul, like horrible rot, foul.
Yvonne, what the? Ah!
I didn't put it there.
Gonna finish off, open it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna step back, make sure that nothing else is gonna happen, and then wait a moment, and then go back and cover my nose as best I can, and try not to breathe, and undo the rest of the latches.
Undo the rest of the latches. Couple moments of like this is definitely a 2-person job to lift the lid off, but you can shift it off by yourself if you want to. Swing the thing open, and inside, covered in looks like probably their own feces. You see the mutilated corpse of one Sif. They look to have been dead for a week.
Damn. You didn't even tell us who.
Give me an intelligence check, please.
What do you want exactly?
Well, I guess the skill would be fitting. Give me Connect plus Intelligence, actually.
Not rolling well today.
It's not an absolute failure. It's been recent enough. You got the message from Sif about 5 days ago. This body... you're not a medical person. Actually. Marina is, though. Something triggers you is not quite right.
I'm not walking towards the stench if I'm not being asked to.
What you got there, Colonel?
Freaking knew it. This is something I would have done back in the day.
What I have is somebody who wasn't careful enough. I can't make heads or tail of this. Marina, is there anything you can tell?
Fine, I'll hobble over there, holding my nose, and take a look at it.
Heal plus Intelligence, please. Oh, okay.
15.
Yeah. So this person has been dead no less than 7 days. They are covered in very shallow cuts. Like no one cut killed this person. They died over the course of time. And the reason it smells so bad is because at some point they lost their bowels, and that got into the wounds like on their legs and started rotting. Yeah.
However it is called medically.
Yeah.
Necrosis.
Necrosis.
Done.
Necrotizing fasciitis.
Yes.
Yep.
It is bad. And they have been dead at least a week.
Wow.
With your 15, and Caleb, you told people that Sif was looking at people. You got a message from Sif 5 days ago.
Well, you better check that message if you got one.
Well, I mean, unless she has some paranormal powers, it wasn't from her. I can assume it's from whoever she was trying to follow. Maybe what we ought to do is have Geralt's magic box, see if it can get anything out of that.
They're like,
I'll hand my phone over to Geralt.
is there like electronics on the body or
Kodak,
something?
shut your face.
I will attempt a traceback on the message.
Dakota, I said shut your face.
Give me a program plus intelligence, please, Geralt. A 9.
I'm trying and reroll that just because.
Sure.
A 10. I'll take the 10.
10 is a better success than a 9 is. So this is the message itself is a very highly skilled, like, voice sample based. Somebody spent enough time with Sif to record enough of their voice to put it through a fairly good computer and come back with a message.
So basically deep faking the voice of her.
Correct. That is what you get out of it with a 10. It was sent from Sif's phone. Which, by the way, is in the bottom of the box.
Well, I suppose we probably ought to get the police involved. I don't want them poking around. Other than, man, that's just unfortunate.
I will ping Stanislav with the message. Culprit still on the loose, getting dangerous.
All right, and since we have people who have to head out real soon, I think with that we will go ahead and call it for this week. Shorter session, but I hope you guys had fun. I did. I'll be back again in 2 weeks for more Battletech Tabletop RPG. I hope to see you all then. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been great having you here. Bye!